Hey teachers, I hope you guys are having a great summer. I'm sure you've heard by now, but I'm giving a back to school boot camp from July the 12th to July the 17th. And I wanna show you the interactive notebook that we're gonna be doing during our make and takes that are gonna be live. So when you get invited into the Facebook group, after you register for free, you're going to get an invite into a pop-up Facebook group and you're gonna be able to download this cover page that is free. Now you can decide whether you want to choose the first 10 days for your interactive notebook for your make and take, or you can choose the first day. So there's different templates that you can choose from according to what you want to do. So just to clear up any misconceptions or any confusion, the first day that we're going to do together is absolutely free, okay? And so you are going to get the lesson plan to download from the file section from the pop-up Facebook group. You're going to be able to glue this in on the teacher side. So we're going to pretend that this is our teacher side of the notebook. And then on the right side is going to be the student side. Okay. So this is going to be absolutely free for the first day. I'm going to teach you explicitly how to teach the I do, the we do, and the you do. In this lesson, you're going to have an objective and it says, or why do readers read? You're going to have an objective. You're going to have an interactive notebook that is differentiated. So you've got a red sticker, a green sticker, and a yellow sticker, okay? That means that this interactive notebook, the red means it's below level, so that would be like the kindergarten level. The green would be the on level, which would be the first grade level, and then the yellow sticker would be the above level, like the second grade level, okay? So depending on what grade you teach, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you can decide which interactive notebook you want to choose to make your journal, okay? You're also going to get a suggested mentor text. We're going to read Rocket Learns to Read. And then we're going to have an interactive anchor charts, and it says what is reading, and it's going to show us why do readers read, okay? So all of this is free. And then on the make and take day, we're going to glue these in our interactive notebook, okay? And so I'm going to share with you how I teach my students how to color, how to shade, how to outline, and how to take pride in their work. I know a lot of teachers struggle with this a lot. They always complain that their students rush through their work and they don't do a really good job. And so I'm going to share with you my little trick that I have. So this is absolutely free. So if you want to make a journal for make and take, you're going to need an interactive notebook. So just a regular composition notebook, nothing fancy. Okay, you're going to need the cover page. You're going to choose between the 10 days or the first day. There's different ones you can choose from. If you decide you want to do the 10 days, you can glue in the table of contents. The table of contents has the 10 days listed out with the lessons and what the skill is for each lesson. Now, if you are a go-getter and you love the first day lesson plan and you want more for your students to be able to get hooked into reading, then you can purchase the module. That is $10, and you're going to get a training video from me. You're going to get lesson plans for the first 10 days of school with objectives, with the I do, we do, you do, with differentiated interactive notebooks, an anchor chart, suggested mentor text, and then you can make the rest of the 10 days by yourself, okay? So I'm just gonna go through really quickly and share with you what the rest of the lessons look like so you know what the module has in it if you decide to purchase it. And just so you know, the module is $10 for today up until July 11th. After July 11th, when the boot camp starts on July 12th, it's going to go up to $12. So I want to tell you ahead of time so you can snag it at a lower price if you're interested in purchasing it, okay? So lesson number 2 is what does Readers Workshop look like and sound like? You're going to have an objective, differentiated interactive notebooks, suggested mentor text, Reading Makes You Feel Good by Todd Parr, and then your anchor chart. I'm also going to share with you how I make my anchor charts interactive. I only pre-make the border, the picture, and the title, and then the rest of the meat is done with the kids with Post-it notes, okay? Here is the interactive notebook that you are going to color and glue in that you can have for your example. Okay, so the kids know how to color and how to do it. Day number 3 is how do we treat books? Again, you have an objective, suggested mentor text, Beatrice Doesn't Want to by Laura Numeroff. It's one of my favorite books. And you're going to have a differentiated interactive notebook to choose from, and you have your anchor chart that is interactive. Here's my example. How should we treat books? Lesson number 4 is I Can't is Buried. We're going to bury can't, and we're going to read It's Okay to Make Mistakes by Todd Parr. And you're going to decide which interactive notebook you're going to use. Here is the anchor chart for that. Here's the objective, and here's my example for I Can't is Buried. 5 is what is your schema? Okay, you have an objective. You're going to read think, think, think. And then you have an anchor chart, differentiated interactive notebooks to choose from. And then here's my example. These are really easy to glue and cut in. You're just gluing in squares. They're not little bitty pieces like circles and rectangles and squares, all these different little pieces. It's just one big square to teach your kids how to glue in your notebook. It's very easy. All right, lesson number 6 is retelling beginning, middle, and end. We're going to start with Kevin Hinks with an author study, and we're going to read Wimberly Worried. Okay, we're going to retell beginning, middle, and end. Here's your anchor chart. Here's your objective. Here's my example. Okay, lesson number 7 is retelling beginning, middle, and end with Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. I love that story. And then your objective, differentiated interactive notebooks, anchor chart, and then here's your example. Day number 8 is text to self connection using Chester's Way. Okay, you've got your 3 different examples here you can choose from: your objective, your anchor chart, and your example. Okay, lesson number 9, text to self connection using Julius, the Baby of the World. Again, you've got all the different parts of your lesson plan and your example. It's so easy to have an example ready to go to show your kids how to color and how to glue it in. Lesson number 10, text to self connection using Sheila Ray the Brave. And this is great for teaching kids to persevere, okay? And so you've got your objective, your differentiated interactive notebooks, anchor chart, and your example, okay? So like I said, the module is going to be $10. If you wish to purchase all 10 lessons for the first 10 days of school, the module is $10, but it goes up to $12 on July the 12th. Okay, you can watch the trainings whenever you want to. You can make your interactive notebook whenever you want to. The first day is absolutely free in the boot camp for the make and take. So you're going to need composition notebook, markers, crayons, glue stick, and scissors. Okay, if you wish to join me, which I hope you do. Also, if you purchase the module, it is 1 PD hour worth of credit. I'm CPE certified, so I can give you your hours that you need for your upcoming school year, okay? So I hope that you join me for our make and take for the first day of Reader's Workshop, and I will see you there. All right, bye.